Dreams. Once the sky and the ocean seemed to merge together and the horizon disappeared completely. Moonlight, none of the stars seemed familiar as if we were in some different sea altogether. Sometimes lights were seen up in the master deck. See, some of the crew claimed to see terrible faces in the waves, watching and following the ship, and one man was certain the statue in the hold had moved. Several crewmen disappeared entirely. 3 men went completely mad over the course of a few days. One smashed several water barrels, another flung navigation charts and equipment overboard, screaming that the sky was watching him. Yet a third simply withered, grew sick, and died. One night the full moon seemed impossibly large and red, and the ship's rigging made us all think of bones. Some of the men claimed to have seen something white and fish-like trying to climb over the side of the ship, clinging to the side of the hull like a leech. The next morning, 5 more of my crew. We wandered for more than a week, lost the drift, the wind often abandoning us. Then we finally saw another ship. That was the 18th, and 3 days ago. That was the day you guys left Port Royal. She was one of the damnable English pirates. She ran up her flag, a skull-like face with tentacles or worms coming from the front of it over across the bones. We were desperate, especially when we found our powder was mostly wet and ruined. We fought back as best we could, but soon surrendered, striking our colors. The man who came aboard was a monster. His men called him Captain Cromwell. And he was escorted by another man, his mate, who looked Spanish, damn his blood, and a negress, who cackled and hooted at us. Cromwell was angry. We had fought him back. Had half my crew already suffering from starvation, clapped in irons and taken aboard his own ship. They plundered my ship. You are welcome to go aboard and inspect it. They took everything. It wasn't nailed down. They took most of my cannon, all of my powder and shot that wasn't ruined by seawater, but at least they took that terrible statue. I begged them for aid, for a chart, a map, even our location. They left us with naught but wet powder and spiked guns. And then they turned and raked us with cannon fire as a final insult, sailing off to leave us to our fate. That was 3 days ago. Are you going to do the same?
I'm going to hand him a compass.
Okay. He looks at it. Ross, he's still sitting. I'm standing, because I'm drinking. He puts it in his jacket pocket.
Where's my navigator here with us?
Sure. Most of your, officer types have come in and listened to the story. A few of them but most of them, as soon as they said golden statue, they were like, ooh.
Was there anything besides the statue?
Goods from the Far East. Woods, rare woods, spices. He names off some stuff, just rare stuff that's probably worth quite a bit in Europe or even in the Caribbean. There was plundered jewels from the Aztecs and the Mayans, gold, silver, gems.
What direction? I guess you wouldn't know what direction he headed afterwards.
No.
Alright, I'm going to tell the navigator to show him roughly where we are.
Okay, yeah. He looks over the charts. And he pulls the compass that you gave him out, and he's comparing it to the charts and trying to figure out, which is the best way to get back to Spanish-held territories. There's a banging on your door, and a man throws open the door and comes running in. He says, "We heard the most horrible sound from down below decks on that other ship. The screaming."
Like people screaming?
Yes. What else? What? Seems confused at that question.
Well, how does the other captain react?
He says, "That is Manuel. He's the only helmsman that didn't die in the night watch while we had that accursed statue on board. He saw something and it drove him completely mad. We locked him up to protect him. When the Cromwell saw me, he just laughed and laughed. It was the most disturbing and terrible sight. He knows the truth," he said. "You just ask him what happened to your missing crew. He can tell you." Everyone stares in terror and awe and horror.
Do I have an idea of where they would head after plundering the ship?
No. If they don't go straight back to Port Royal, you're not sure which direction they would head.
I can go talk with Manuel.
Manuel? Do you mention that? You say I can go talk to Manuel. Yeah, okay. Captain, wait, flip him over. What's his last name? Yeah. Stalwart, whatever. Yeah, he's willing to take you. He'll take you over. When you get back above deck, you see there several barrels are being transferred over to the Spaniards, and they are like drinking from yeah, they're intensely, they're frantically, thank you. Frenetically, I don't know where that word came from. It's not a real word. Yeah, he'll take you down. He takes you down into the hold of the ship. There's a lot of damage down there. You pass by like the cannon deck, and there's a lot of missing cannons.
I got a kind of weird question.
What?
What do we do with loaded cannons if we don't use them?
They can be unloaded. It's just a kind of a pain in the ass process. So yeah.
I was just making sure.
Yeah. You'd be able to recover your shot and your powder and stuff. You don't want to sail around with loaded cannons.
Yeah.
So yeah, they can unload them.
Okay.
A couple of men come with. They have rifles. They don't point them at you. That's kind of it's almost like they just step in. The captain doesn't even say anything to them. They just kind of come with you guys. But you see a lot of the cannons are missing. There are a lot of cannons missing from the ship. The others have had like spikes put into the holes for the powder that sets it off, which wrecks the cannon so it can be repaired. It makes them useless. It takes you down into the hold. There's a tiny little room in the front of the ship. You wade through water down there. You don't wade through, sorry. It's only like so deep. It's like splash, 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 splash. Yeah, ankle deep. His name is Manuel. He is from Barcelona. The cell's a little bit higher than the rest of the deck, so Manuel's not getting any of the water in there. And there's a little tiny window with a couple bars on it. You can look in. It's pretty dark, but one of the crewmen has a lantern. Or actually, we're gonna say you brought one from your ship because the captain mentioned that you would need light, and he has none because he took everything. He wears the ragged remains of crew's clothing. He looks like he's in his 40s he's growing some facial hair. Obviously, he usually keeps it trimmed. He doesn't seem to notice you. When one of the crewmen holds up the lantern that you brought for you, he looks like he's been busy. His hands are bloody, his fingernails are all cracked and broken, and it looks like he's been carving. He's carved some kind of symbol in the floor. It is a star with a flame in the middle, and he's sitting in the middle of this carved circle that takes up most of the cell. You wish to speak to him? Hang up! The man finally looks up, and then the captain.
They tell me that you saw something. What did you say?
Voices. The voices.
You saw voices.
Came that night at the helm. I did not see them.
Voices.
I heard them. They told me I was to change my course if I wish to live. Wow. I've never been one to put my own life last, so I obeyed. They told me much. They told me about the sign, how to make. They told me they were taking me to the island where they belonged, and then we would all go with them forever and serve Great Cthulhu and his kind, serve Rayla and the outer gods. I listened. In his house in Rayla, Great Cthulhu waits, dreaming. The others didn't listen. They fought the voices. At least that's what they said to me. And in the end, they were broken and used anyway, but there was nothing left once the voices were done with them. Nothing alive, at least. Because that is not that which can eternal alive with strange eons, even death may die. They still call me, especially at night. They still want me to come to the island, wherever it might be. They still want me to serve them. I would if I could. At least that's what they told me before I made this. And he's kind of gesturing down to the floor where you can see that bloody, awful mess of a symbol. Now I'm safe from the voices. It's mine. You can't have it. And then he laughs again.
Speaking in English.
He was.
Speaking.
He was speaking English. He's a Spaniard.
The Spaniard speaking English.
But he does speak English. So does the captain, and probably some of the crew.
No, I'm just saying he's like he doesn't seem like in the right mind.
But no, he is speaking.
Or maybe you're unlucky. Maybe He didn't want to hear that.
He said they told you.
Yes!
Change course. Who are they?
They, them, the voices!
The voices.
The voices, yeah.
Whose voices?
Them!
Them.
Terrible voices from out of the blue. It comes from the sky and the stars. I hear them, they say, go this way. I said, I will do as you say.
The dream.
And then they will not kill me. Like they killed Felipe, and they killed, Little Manuel, and they killed, I'm trying to think of some Spanish names here. He rattles off some other Spanish names of all the other men, and the captain tells you those are the names of the other helmsmen who died on their watches, but who were apparently still standing watch even after they were dead.
Did the statue ever speak to you? Did you hear anything from the statue?
No!
No?
No, the voices, they come at night. They come and say, go this way. Go, Manuel, we show you the way to the island.
Which way did they tell you to go?
They told, I do not know. They tell me when I was steering. I steered the ship, and then I go, and then we go.
Okay.
Shh, you're not there. You're on board, conferring with your other officers on what to do, and probably sending. Would you want to send some of your crew over to search the Spanish ship too? They said they had nothing. They could have been lying, or the captain could have been lying, but.
I don't know. I thought he seemed trustworthy.
Okay, you don't have to. Some of your officers are thinking you should, is all. But it's going to be your call. This is still technically you and the quartermaster in command. This is still kind of a combat situation. It could, things could go horribly wrong, and combat could erupt in any second. So you're still in command right now, as far as that goes. Some of your other guys, your sailing master's really fucking greedy. He wants gold so bad he can taste it. He's like, maybe they hid it under the floorboards. Maybe we should rip everything apart, and then we'll find it. And he makes those kind of suggestions, and some of the other men are just like, oh, Jesus, Philip Glasgow, shut up. You're also mean to me. So that conversation is going on while he's on board the other ship. Keep thinking about what you're going to talk about, Collin, if anything, or what you want to do. Is there anything that you want to do while he's gone?
I want to discuss about where they think maybe this other ship could have gone.
Philip, your sailing master, is of the opinion they would return to Port Royal to sell everything. If you can catch them, it's been 3 days. They've got to be back. They're done. We're done.
Yeah.
We blew it. This always happens. We
have to go back to the world.
He's your navigator too. Your sailing master is.
Yeah.
Some of your other guys, the master carpenter has no idea. He's heard of Cromwell. He's based out of Port Royal, but that's one thing he didn't think of as well. Although he might have gone up to like the Bahamas or someplace or maybe Tortuga or someplace else where he could sell it. Maybe he could get a price. Who knows? He was damn lucky to be able to even find the ship. They were lost at sea. We only stumbled across them out of pure blind luck. If he was looking for them and found them, God knows where. They might not even have been anywhere near here. They could have come 3 days. They could have come 30, 40 miles in that wreck in a rain. And the sailing master agrees with that. Yeah, they could have made 2 or 3 knots. Which is still not bad, even with they're all kind of impressed with the Spaniards were able to do as well as they did on the circumstances. No food and water?
Yeah.
We've been at each other's throats in half the time. Well, Philip would.
They're also down a bunch of crew.
Right, they took half the crew. They're putting us on the slates. That would be, they could do that in Port Royal. Tortuga. Places. They wouldn't do it a Spanish port, no, Spanish slaves.
Yeah.
What did I say that guy's name was? Philip? No. Your sailing master.
Oh.
I got to write it down. What?
Glasgow.
Glasgow, that was it. Mr. Glasgow.
Now we got 2 Phillips.
Why? Who's the other Philip?
The guy who's complaining he's greedy.
That is Philip.
That was Philip, too.
Yeah.
You can write down names I'm making up as I go along real quick.
His name's Phil.
He's little Phil.
He's little Phil.
This is little Phil, and this is big Phil, and this is medium-sized Phil, and this is one-eyed Phil.
Mr. Cleese, he can be your, John, no, not John. Terrence Cleese. That'll be your carpenter. He's kind of a level-headed man. So you're discussing that. Anything else you want to talk to this guy about, Collin? Or what do you want to do about it? Shh, quiet.
He said the voices stopped when you made that circle. What does the circle do?
Stops the voices.
Stops. Is that all it does?
I don't know. They told me how to make it. They did not know I would make it against them. Oh, Manuel, you are so clever.
I need to go converse with my captain.
Captain Seguera takes you back up on deck. You can see a lot of the Spanish crewmen are drinking the water that you guys brought aboard, and you're able to get back on board without a problem back to the captain's cabin. Discussion is still going on where to go next, whether to turn to Port Royal, or try another port, another non-Spanish port, or what to do when you walk in the door, Collin.
So they're still conversing.
Yes, but you see him come in, Ashton.
I'm still sitting there. What did you learn?
That man is completely out of his mind. He is barking mad. He's screaming about voices coming from the sky.
Is the other captain still here?
Yeah, he'll come back with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes back with you.
Saying something about voices from the sky and telling him to go somewhere and coming to live with him on some island. I don't know. I can hardly understand any of it.
And he didn't name the island?
No, he wouldn't.
He has been raving about such things for days. Claims there's an island where his voices want him to go. He's quite mad. The thing he drew on the floor, carved, whatever, that's new. I have not seen that before. Just a second. What are you guys going to do? What is the decision? And then Captain Seguera relates what he actually said to you too, Ashton. Or what Manuel said.
Oh, okay.
He'll relate it a little more thoroughly than Collin did.
Gosh, Collin.
Come on, information tower.
Did he talk about like the symbol and stuff?
Yeah, he told me because he has never seen it. He was surprised at it. He describes it. A couple of the men, actually, yeah. None of your men cross themselves because you're all Protestants. Because you're Anglican. Catholics are not really well loved in Great Britain. So, what's going on? What are you guys going to do? What's the plan? Ashton, what's the plan?
Plan, man.
I know it's just two people.
I feel like
There's a lot more on you guys' shoulders.
even if we find him, he's not going to be at sea, so it's not going to help us. Just get back to Port Royal and listen for more rumors.
Listen for what?
Listen for more rumors.
Listen for more rumors. Okay, you can each make an idea check.
Okay.
Hmm. Ideas behind on the top.
No.
And it'll be behind
Yes.
your intelligence.
Did you gotta get about 9?
Nope, below. Everything's below.
Yes.
Okay. What? Go, right? Which one's high?
I already got black.
Okay. 84.
No.
Okay.
48.
Collin,
48.
you said black is high.
Yeah.
What? No.
That's black. Okay, you're right. 48. That's success. Okay, you guys both realize this. Perhaps Manuel has some kind of connection. Maybe these voices can lead you to where Cromwell is.
So that's the idea that you get.
That was such a helpful idea.
I hope you already have that idea, Ashton. Didn't you already have that idea? Ashton?
But yeah, but
Yes, you know.
You're really out of
That's-
it today.
that's-
You want some caffeine?
I just had a whole soda.
Anyway,
Oh, another one broke in there.
that's the idea you get.
I'm like,
You want a Dr. Berkey?
yes.
Okay. Ashton stayed up all night.
Yeah.
Never do that before my game again. It makes me sad.
I mean, I was out of it last time too.
Were you? I didn't notice last time.
Because I stayed up late picking the Pathfinder character. Like, the bottom.
That idea comes to you. It's 1667. You guys are superstitious and believe in witchcraft and magic and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I was being sarcastic that it was a great idea because I already had.
I know. That's why I was wondering why you're gonna go.
I was like, okay, I had to roll it for my own idea.
But you didn't do anything about it. The bottom.
Like, I wanna ask you to draw a symbol.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, it's-
It's a star. It's a little like a flame-looking mark in the center of it. That's close.
Look familiar to anybody?
No. The officers never have seen the like.
Let's just have him pilot our ship.
That's a possibility.
I don't know if I
So
want a
what do you do?
madman piloting my own ship.
Well, you can always watch him.
Always have the navigator, a couple of men keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm. Or let him pilot for a while, take a bearing, and then just go that way and see what happens.
It's probably a better idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the only other option is going back to Port Royal, so what do you guys think?
Well, maybe we'll find somebody else to plunder while we're out here. That's your sailing master.
Huh.
The other men are for it.
Not the spirit. I assume that Captain Salguero doesn't mind leaving us this madman.
No, not at all. He's hopeful you won't just murder him. But he is mad, so if you have
But
to,
he
you
wouldn't
have to.
put it past.
Maybe kind
You
of.
gave him water
Yeah.
and a compass. That's better than most English have done in his experience lately. All right. He has Manuel transferred over. Manuel makes a giant fuss. They have to drag him. He doesn't want to leave without the floor of his cell.
Because of the symbol?
That'll be your guess.
What was the symbol?
No, I need
What was the symbol made with?
He just scratched into the floor.
Yeah. There was a lot of blood because he scratched his fingers raw just about. And ripped up, his fingernails are all torn up. I don't want to hear them again! I don't want to hear the voices again! No, please! Some of the Spaniards have just like grabbed him, one on each limb, and are just bringing him over to your ship.
I'm just gonna carve it into his chest.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like,
Captain,
this
I don't
will
think that's a
stop
good idea.
the voices.
What do you actually want to do?
Yeah, I basically want to do that. I want to give him, partial control with obvious supervision, and,
Right.
Navigator will figure out kind of where he's headed,
Okay.
and then be like, okay.
I don't want to. He doesn't want to do that, but he will. Because he has to. Once he's at the helm, he's got to. Okay, oh no! He's crying and stuff. Oh, I don't like it, I don't like it.
Where did he draw the symbol? Just like on paper or something?
No. Who? Him?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, there's probably there was a
Like
piece of parchment that you usually use to make maps.
Once the
and all that
navigators
stuff.
give the course, I'm gonna hand him the piece of paper and then have men tie him up and bring him down below.
He slaps the paper out of your hand. It's useless! It's useless. A couple men grab him. I'm assuming that you guys have set loose from the Spanish ship. Its course is northeast. Just take you through the straits here.
Okay.
Juga.
And he's all crying and upset. And he's dragged down below decks to be locked up. He's like, but that gets us through the straits, but it won't go straight there. That kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah, once we get through the straits, we still kind of think we can get it back.
Okay. So what, every 4 or 5 hours, drag his ass up, make him like set a course, and throw him back in the hole. And you can do that. That's a little cool.
I'm not going to give him full control of my ship.
I don't blame you. Alright. So you head off in mostly a northeasterly direction, which ends up taking you up and around Bahamas over into this area. So this takes about 3 days. Because it's kind of that doesn't exist yet. It's kind of a convoluted course.
Yeah.
Because sometimes he changes course rather dramatically after he's put on the helm for a little while. You're not getting any kind of like he's trying to deceive you or pull anything on you. He really just seems to be the same.
Has he scratched a new symbol?
He's working on it. He's having a hard time. His fingernails are all ripped off. It took like everything he had just to put it into the thing the first time. And now he doesn't have any. He doesn't even have a knife. He's just wearing his clothes. He's not even got any boots on or anything. So he's trying, but it's going to be hard.
Okay.
It's going to take him a long time.
What does he do if I start like carving it? Like I have like a knife. If I start carving it,
Wrong.
I'm not gonna give him a knife.
Okay. So he just keeps trying, but it's oh god, it's horribly painful. Just miserable. Soon after you set off, after you get the Spaniards, and you saw them eventually. They took it, of course, due north, heading towards Cuba, hoping that you told them that you were being honest and all that jazz. Soon after you set course,
I told my navigator to send them.
just shoot at them as we leave.
Yeah.
Broadside.
See ya.
Send them to Port Royal.
Yeah.
They'll love them there.
They would go. They'd be like, oh. Soon after you set off, the sea takes kind of a strange sheen. It seems to go more flat than would be expected. The winds continue to blow from the south. And then that lasts until nightfall that night. You're woken several times in the night, both of you, by crewmen who, on watch, who are scared by what they call faces in the waves following the ship. They claim they saw wide-eyed and terrible faces.
Wait, so...
In the water.
No, so like the first crewman woke me up.
Yeah.
In my quarters.
Uh-huh.
He just like knocked on the door and
he banged on the door, threw it open, and ran in. He was like, Captain, something's in the water.
Go back to sleep.
Make a big deal about it.
I'm gonna bar my door.
Okay, cool. That's when they come in your room.
What?
Okay, so you're blowing
Father
off.
Burrows, gosh. That's how much time.
Well, no, I want to know why he's waking me up. Whatever time it is, I want to know why he's waking me up.
This is a different guy. He's on watch. I saw faces in the water. They were following the ship. It looked like a person, but it had wide eyes and a wide mouth, and they were swimming in the water.
They're still there.
I don't know. I ran to tell you. It was horrible looking. It was horrible. His eyes are slugging out of his face.
Just go back to watch, and if you see them again, just kind of tell me.
All right, make a luck check. Let's see if he sees it again. If you make it, he doesn't.
I fail.
I feel again.
All right, fine. Just show me.
Come on, I'm so scared. Make another luck check. Right. Nothing's out there. I don't see anything alive. I swear, Mr. Burrows. It was swimming as fast as we're sailing.
How fast are we sailing?
Maximum speed.
So,
Between
10, 12 knots.
No, not that fast, but between 5 and 10 knots. Somewhere in there. You've got a good crew. They know what they're doing. I think the seamanship is 40%, which is Pretty good. And so you're making decent time with the changing winds and currents and tides and all that jazz. They know what they're doing, so they can make a decent time. So the ship's moving at a good clip.
You just stay on your watch. I'm going to go back to sleep.
Very reassuring, Mr. Burrows. Thank you.